Hi guys, I am Uncle Scott and welcome to my kitchen. In this video we have a cornbread clash. What I have here are 4 fantastic, hopefully, cast iron frying pans. We have a Lodge at the value end, then I have 3 Snooties. I've got a Finex, a Smithey, and a Stargazer. What we're going to do is fix a pan of cornbread in each and figure out if there are any differences. Does one pan make better cornbread than the other, or do they all do a great job? Who knows? Let's get started. Okay, for the cornbread, I will put the full recipe in the description below the video, but we're going to use an old Southern recipe used by my great-grandmother. My grandmother, still used by my mom, who is coincidentally also old and Southern. But the key to this recipe is hot fat. Now, if you are on a low carb, low fat diet, you may want to avert your eyes. This may not be the video for you. So the first thing we're going to do here is get our oven preheating. Go ahead and place the cast iron skillet in the oven. Let it preheat along with the oven up to 450 degrees, and I let mine go 25 minutes. So these pans are going to be very evenly heated and screaming hot. Now in the meantime, we're going to make our cornbread batter. I have 2 cups of self-rising cornmeal. I have 2 eggs, which I am lightly beating, and I have 2 cups of buttermilk. I combine all that and mix it really well. And then for bonus points, you don't have to do this, but I like to add a can of drained whole kernel corn as well. Get all that incorporated and mixed well. And after 25 minutes, what I'm going to do is remove the cast iron skillet from the oven, and I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of Crisco. This is the fat I was talking about. And what I want to do here is make sure the pan is coated very nicely. And then I'm going to return the pan with the Crisco to the oven for an additional 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you got to be ready to do a little moving and shaking here. This is the key. You remove the pan from the oven and you pour that hot grease in with your batter. Mix it really, really well. Then take that batter and pour it back into that screaming hot pan that still has a lot of fat, and it should sound something like this. See that sizzling and see that bubbling? That is the thermal mass of that thick, heavy cast iron and that hot fat, creating what we hope will be a non-stick, crunchy crust. Return the pan to the oven. I set a timer for 13 minutes, after which I rotate the pan 180 degrees. Let it go another 10 minutes. Remove this from the oven. The top looks really nice, and what we hope is going to happen here is we're going to turn this cornbread out and hopefully there will be no sticking. Let's start with the Lodge here. Boom, the Lodge nailed it. The cornbread came right out, nothing stuck to the pan. Also, a little side tangent note here when it comes to cast iron seasoning. What I like to do here, when you make a pan of cornbread like this, you're essentially halfway to doing a seasoning already. There's a lot of that Crisco left in the pan. What I do is carefully take a big wad of paper towels, wipe that pan until it looks dry, and put it back in the oven and let it cool down along with the oven. And that seems to be really, really helpful for the seasoning. Next up, the Smithey. Same procedure. Nice sizzle with the Smithey. Good looking top on the Smithey. Let's turn it out. And No sticking as well. Very nice crust developed by the Smithey. With the Stargazer, I'm using 6 tablespoons of Crisco. Normally I don't use 6, I use 4 to 5, but 2 of our skillets are brand new. The Stargazer and the Finex are brand new, and the directions say when the pans are new, use a little bit of extra oil until the seasoning comes in. Top's looking good. And boom, Stargazer nailed it. And finally with the Finex, same procedure. And what I was really interested in with the Finex is not only that handle, how is that going to perform, but also that octagonal shape. Was it going to give a weird octagonal shape to the finished cornbread? And boom, no sticking, and surprisingly not octagonal. So that was pretty interesting to me. So what have we learned in this cornbread clash between these 4 fantastic, and I'm going to go ahead and say fantastic, cast iron frying pans? At the top of the video, we asked if one of these pans makes better cornbread than the others. The answer is no. Much like one of those European soccer matches, this was a very exciting tie. And I think anyone would be hard pressed to find any difference in the cornbread turned out by each of these pans. Each pan made a great cornbread, fantastic crust, and all the cornbreads released and turned out with no sticking. And this leads to a few takeaways. Let's start with the Lodge pan. I'm going to reiterate what I've been saying for years around here, and that is that the base level Lodge cast iron skillet, best value in cookware. Less than 30 bucks for this guy at the moment. I paid less than that. I've had mine for years, and it produced cornbread every bit as good as the fancy cast iron frying pans. Also going to note that the Lodge, maybe the surface might be a little bit rougher than the other pans, but the cornbread was non-stick. And not to get off on a tangent here, but I see these videos online with people wearing masks and grinders and using grinders and grinding down their Lodge cast iron skillets to a mirror polish. Are you crazy? Have you lost your minds? You don't need to do that if you use heat and fat and cook correctly. Just the base level Lodge is very non-stick. And when it comes to performance for the money, you can't beat the Lodge. Now, is life about performance for the money? Sometimes it is, sometimes it is not. Some people wear a Casio, some people wear a Rolex. Some people fly coach, some people fly first class. Some people drive Toyotas, some people drive BMWs. And when you earn your money, if there are things you like and want to upgrade and splurge a little on, go for it, I say. And that is where these higher end cast iron pieces come into play. So with the snootier pans, you are not really paying for increased performance. You are paying for looks. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a little bit of a beauty contest, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Now, I think the Smithey has a kind of classic look. I really like the look of the Smithey. The Stargazer seems a little more modern to me. And that Finex, whether you like it or not, I think it is probably the most visually distinctive of the 4 pans, with that octagonal shape and that coil spring-like stainless steel handle. Now, I'm going to be doing more in-depth head-to-head comparison videos with these pans. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and your notifications are turned on if you want to see those when they are released. Also, make sure you check out Uncle Scott's Great Home Cooks Club. That's the membership tier here at Uncle Scott's Kitchen. Here I'm going to thank all current members of the Great Home Cooks Club. Thank you very much. Your support is appreciated and really does help make these videos possible. So if you enjoy the channel and want bonus features, exclusives, and in-depth content, make sure you check out Uncle Scott's Great Home Cooks Club today. Also, if this video has prodded you to make a purchase of one of these pans, a very nice thing to do is use the old affiliate shopping links below. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again next time on Uncle Scott's Kitchen.